Hi, how you doing today? You know what we're going to talk about? Persuasive writing. Now, what is persuasive? Well, I think it's a simple way of saying it here. Persuasive means to convince. You're trying to change somebody's mind. You're trying to persuade them to believe the way you believe. You're trying to convince them to believe the way you believe. Now, Aristotle was a Greek philosopher many years ago, a long time ago, Aristotle. And as a Greek philosopher, what he did was think about life. In fact, that's what philosophers did. What is the meaning of life? They'd be pausing and they think about it and they dwell on it. Well, for Aristotle, he developed a few theories, especially about persuasion. He called what he described as the logos, ethos, and pathos. Logos, ethos, and pathos. Logos is logic. Logos appeals to reason. It uses facts, information, data to convince. It tells you, here are the numbers. This is why I believe what I believe. Look what's happened before. Look what's happening right now. That's appealing to reason, logic. Then you have what is called pathos, which appeals to your emotion. Pathos appeals to your emotions, your heart, your compassion, your feelings. You look at a picture of an animal that's hurting, and it breaks your heart. You look at the other pictures that may show somebody suffering, it breaks your heart. That's appealing to your emotion. And then you have ethos. Ethos appeals to your character, the kind of person you are, the kind of individual you are. Are you caring? Are you honest? You're decent, right? You're good, right? That's ethos. Now, the way you would write that is by, and I wrote this down because I wrote them down. They're not long, but you can go further than 2 sentences like I did. But you make it clear that you're stating your point of view. With logos, here's an example of what I wrote. Logos is all Americans, this is logos, all Americans should have a dog for protection. Thousands of lives are saved every year because so many people own a dog. Now, I realize I don't put numbers in there. I say thousands of lives, but I don't put, 30,000 or 40,000 or whatever. I just put thousands of lives. But you can use more specific data if you want to. But this is an example of using reason to convince somebody of your opinion. Then you have pathos, emotion. Look what it says I wrote. It is truly sad to see so many dogs underfed, treated so badly. I'm sorry, I messed up right here. I'm supposed to put "and" there. I didn't. My bad. It is truly sad to see so many dogs underfed and treated so badly. Just one look and your heart breaks for them. Now that is pulling at your heart. That's tugging at your emotion. That is called pathos. Then there is ethos. Talks about your character. Look what it says. You are a good person. You would never let anyone be mean to a dog or any animal. You are a good person. You would never let anyone be mean to any dog or any animal. That is an example of speaking to your character, the kind of person you are as a human being. That is called ethos. And those are examples of how you write something like that, even though you would probably write a little bit more and give a little more detail. So as you can see, persuasive writing is a way of convincing somebody of your point of view. And you do it in different ways, either with facts, either with emotion, or by appealing to someone's character. If you have any questions more, just ask your teacher. Later.